Okay.
Go like, comment, and subscribe.
Lock in with the real.
Lost without you.
Yeah. Grab your pillow. Grab it. Chill with your boy Brillo. I'm back with another video. If you come across the video, like and subscribe. Lock in with your boy. Lock in with the real. If you subscribed already, we locked in. Thank you. If you a hater, please be quiet. You're not doing nothing but pouring gas on the flame. And guess what? I'm that flame. With that being said, let's get started with today's video. You know why we here. BMF episode 5. Let's get straight into it. Episode was another flamer, another fire. Let's get straight into it. Let's start off with a little flashback. Terry is young. His mom gave him a note to take to the teacher to say why he was absent. She wanted him to say he was sick. But of course he was absent because the lights was out and he's wondering like why we just can't tell him the truth. And the episode touches on all the little lies that we tell. See, everybody's lying to each other all throughout the entire episode. Next, we cut to they're in a boardroom with the lawyers talking about Terry's case against the hospital. Of course, the hospital lawyers are bringing up pictures that they have of Terry and Meech and Minx and gold chains hopping out of Benzes. So they're basically like, how are you? You're in a drug game, and the reason why your eyes messed up because you was trying to get back to the game and you failed and bust your head. So that's the reason why your eyes messed up. So they're trying to do what they do. So they won't have to pay more than what they're offering. Right now they're offering $25K. Pop saying go ahead and take that. Mom saying that's not enough. Mom is in denial. Pops know what's going on. $25K he thinks is enough money to get his son out of predicament that he is in, to get him in college or whatever. Mom's not having it. Next scene, we get a good scene. Meech go to see Pat. Meech comes with his money. Pat like going pat him down and treating him a little different and say, go get his re-up. Meech like, I don't need that, buddy. Yeah, we moving on. So it kind of hurt Meech. Meech kind of thanked Pat a little bit and told him, thanked him for teaching him. And then, he mentioned like, your first rule was not don't get high off your own supply. So they got a little argument. Of course, Pat's damn near off the board now, man. He don't have any more plays. Later in the episode, he tried to make another play, which ultimately didn't work. So they Pat tell him it's on site. If I see you again, blah, blah, kind of threaten him a little bit. Meech look hurt. Like it's the end of that relationship. It's over. Pat, you did it to yourself. Tried to slow our heroes down. It's not happening. It's not happening. Next, we get Lamar, my boy Lamar, in the bed, chilling with Cash Doll. They just had a little night. His daughter walk in like, Daddy, you here? He like, they having a little daddy-daughter moment. She go to make him some breakfast. Everything is going right for my boy at this point. And he gets a big assignment. And that's just to pick his daughter up from school. Think you can handle this, Lamar? No question. He back on his grind. He gonna pick his daughter up from school. Everything is going great for my boy. We shall see. Next, Meech is on the porch telling Terry to go ahead and settle. Like, settle for the 25. It don't matter. We make that. Like, it don't matter. And Terry like, well, man, I might not never see again. And we get that. But you got to look at the bigger picture. Your eyes messed up, true, but you can't hide these people prying into what you do. It's not good for business. Settle that. That'll be some legitimate money to give to the family, and you keep doing what you're doing. Period. Then that's when Meech have his genius moment to kidnap Zoe. The big idea to kidnap Zoe. A lot of people think Meech did the wrong thing by involving families. True. That's not the rules. That's not the rules that people like Lamar stick by. But the thing is this. He was never going to hurt Zoe. And he had to get that stash back. He was desperate. When you desperate, it don't matter. Like I said in an earlier video, if you're in the game, then by default, your family's in the game as well. Everything is fair on the board. You in a dirty game. So you got to be willing to do whatever. And Meech's hands was tied. He needed that money for the new plug. Had to do what he had to do. He had to get the stash back. I can respect it. And all of this happened even before the credits roll. Then you get the credits rolling. They do the little song by 50. I wish I could play it right now, but of course I'll get copyrighted. Then Lamar is at the school waiting on his daughter. She not coming out. You know, he asked a little girl, have you seen Zoe? She like, Zoe dad picked her up. Then you see little Zane like, yeah, you remember me? So of course my guy run up on him, try to press him. Zane like, yeah, we got her. Like, go ahead and beat me up. You will never see your daughter. Zane was bossing up on dude. Of course, that's not his real name, but he's Zane. Then mom's back at the house. She's delusional. Like, she sees all this in front of her and don't want to believe Terry is in the game. She's talking to her husband. Her husband is telling her the right things to do. He's like, you know, take the money, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you don't live here anymore. She just in denial. In denial. Like, just being stubborn about the situation. Knowing she need to just give up on this and take the 25. Because the boy got shot because he in the game. And it's going to expose everybody to everything by pushing this case. Then next we get Kato in the bed with the Piston jersey on. She would be Mickey. She get the call from Meech. Meech like, get back to your crib. She don't know why. Everybody wondering why. Then Lamar, he meets with his crew. He's telling them, I don't care what's going on. Go get my daughter. Point blank, period. It's on the floor. Find them light-skinned Chico DeBarge looking boys and get my baby back. So my man, like, you know, I forgot his name, but the dude in 12th Street who always questioned Lamar, like, I thought this was about business. So if we off the corners, we not making no money. No disrespect, but I'm about my money and what's up? So Lamar like, yeah, go ahead. Don't even worry about it. I got it under control. So as soon as he turned his back, Lamar take the belt out and get the choking him up. About to end this jump. Till Slim saved him like, yo, we need all the soldiers we can get. So he eased off my man, but that was a scene right there. Lamar's becoming unhinged. He's becoming unhinged like the one we saw in episode 1. He's choking the life out of my man. Next, of course, we get the cop scene. Detective Lopez. It's a witness who saw somebody throw J-Mo in the car. So the detective is right behind the dude while he's describing the detective. And this is like a little science type dude, a real smart dude who's like, he's 6'2" and 2 inches. And he's like a really smart guy. So he's very observant and good with numbers and knows cars and all of that. So he's like the perfect witness to have. So he looked through the pictures of the book. He see Meech. He like, I don't know none of these dudes. Then as he's leaving, he looks back, sees the detective. They kind of make eye contact, and he's like, you could tell without it being said, he know that that's him. He doesn't go back, but and he just leaves out of the office or whatever. Now, Meech wants Kato to watch Lamar's daughter, and Kato, of course, is like, no, I can't do this. I don't even like kids. I don't got nothing she could play with. It's just crazy. Of course, we know the real reason why she don't want to do it, because Lamar could be there at any second. So, of course, long story short, she's end up watching Kato. They just leave or whatever. So she's there. They're watching cartoons or whatever. Next, he had to tell Cash Doll. Lamar had to tell Cash Doll that their daughter got taken away or whatever. So of course she livid. She wondered why she can't call the cops. She like, it's some street stuff. She's livid, of course, as a mother should be. Like, and this had to happen on a day that my boy was supposed to pick up his daughter. It's just bad luck. See, my man was catching too many dubs, He had to catch some L's. Like, this just had to happen on this day. So Lamar looked bad, even where it's all bad. So Lamar, of course, first his person of contact in the crew was Kato. He's pressing Kato. He calls her. He's like, but you know his next step is he's over there. So Terry and B Mickey and the 50 boys then ran up on Slim, because Slim the person who got popped in the last episode. So he walking around limping. With the limp, they catch up to him, grab him up. They beating him up or whatever. Of course he an OG. He's not saying nothing. Not saying nothing. So Meech comes, bosses up on his crew again, lets the dude uncuffs him, gets to talking to him, telling him like, you know, I knew you wasn't gonna tell. Here goes a juice or something. But here, let me show you something. He takes him, let him see Zoe outside in the car. He's like, yeah, if you don't take me back to my stash, I'm gonna tell Lamar that you could have saved her. My man, like, you're not no killer. You're not gonna really kill her. He like, yeah, I'm not a killer, but I'm desperate. In other words, like, look, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I will kill this little girl to get my stash back. This is not about to be the end of me. This is just a hiccup. So me just ready to do it. So, of course, Slim have to tell him, boom, and bam, they got the stash back. They know their location. Next, we get Pat meeting with the cop, and this cop's, I like this scene, man, because Pat was trying to get the cop to start snitching on Meech like a straight sucker, and the cop was through and through Detroit, and he like, you New York dudes think y'all don't stink. You know what I'm saying? And my man like, yeah, we slicker. Pat like, yeah, we slick, blah, blah, blah. My man like, it's over for you. You off the board or whatever. Basically, he stood up for Detroit because Pat was on some other stuff. So Pat is out of options, man. He's running out of options. He's desperate. He's just as desperate as Meech. He's basically off the board. So there you have it. Then funny scene. Meech goes, they're getting ready to meet the new plug. Meech give him the money for the plug, and Meech is fresh. He got the tracksuit on, a lot of chains, new rings, diamonds. And my man, Terry had to break it to Meech. Plug don't like you, man. I'm gonna run point on this like you did with Pat. You know, we still locked in. We bros. Plug don't gotta like you. I'ma deal with that. So Meech, he reluctantly accepted it, but he looked at his man who stayed across the street from him like, man, you think I'm flashy? Of course you flashy, buddy. You got on stupid ice chains and 4-finger rings that say Meech. Like, yes, you a stunner. The #1 stunner. That's a little funny scene. We kind of get into the end of the episode. So finally, the cop meets with Meech to tell him at the gas station, the same Amoco gas station, meets with Meech to tell him, I'm done with you. Give him the money back. Whatever. Meech help get the witness out of town. He gives Meech his money back, and of course the detective is on him. So he sees all of this, and the episode ends with Terry done went to see Big L. He got about 5 or 6 birds on the bed, which I don't understand why they don't lock their door. So of course Meech come in the house. He like, how you get in the house? Meech, he finessed his way in the house, got the little spare key. So they looking at the birds. Meech is happy. He like, man, what's wrong with you? Terry a little down. He don't know what to do about, the game and all of this and that. It's just getting to him. The foolishness and the recklessness of the game is just getting to Terry. And he like, you don't get tired of this? Meech like, whatever, I'm about that bread. Then mom busts in, sees the birds, and her heart is broken. But come on, man, you had to know already. I don't feel sorry for her at all. You knew you in denial. You lying to yourself, and that's how the episode ends. Lies that we tell to ourselves. With that being said, you already know I don't do much. I'm for sure gonna turn up, lock in with your boy, lock in with the real. You know the deal. Mess with your boy, the Brillo way. Live and direct from Detroit. Go ahead and lock in, like and subscribe. You know the vibe.